Hello and welcome back to Primary Teaching with Dom. It has been a long time since I've been on YouTube, and yes, my friend is here, but it's going to make his exit. Bye bye. Let's get a little update. So I haven't been on YouTube in a long time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have been away. I have been on holiday to Barcelona. I have wanted to learn Spanish, so I've learned quite a few things. I really should have said hola, buenos tardes, buenos noches, or buenos dias, no matter what time you're watching this. Came back from holiday, had a good time, you know, came back a little bit darker than I am now, you know, it's all gone now. Been saying that I'm going to make a video talking about my NQT experience, and I haven't done it, and this is the video I'm going to do it on. So let's get started.
Hablo inglés. Sí, hablo un poco. Gracias. Lo siento. Muchas gracias. Mucho gusto. Hablas inglés. Buenas noches. Hola, me llamo Dominique. Mucho gusto.
I'm going to start from the beginning and work my way up. So at the beginning, I was at NQT in September 2018, and it was really fun. At the beginning, you know, you walk into the classroom and you see 30 children looking back at you, and you're like, geez Louise, here we go, it's all getting started. It's year one, so it's all transition stuff. It's just, you know, them making things and you doing loads of baselining and knowing where they're at, because children, you know, after they go for 6 weeks and they're not really thinking about education, or they shouldn't be, and when they come back they've lost a lot of things that they had once learned, you know, 6 weeks ago. So it's all about baselining them, getting to know where they're at, and I did that successfully quite well. That was the easy bit to do, so I was quite happy. Everything was going well. You know, had my first little observation, that went fine. I think it was in maths I had my first, maths I had it in, and everything was going quite fine. As a PGCE student, I always was a person, I was like a disciplinarian person, so I always kind of just had it like, you do what I say and we will have fun that way. But when I was my NQT, I was like, I had to be a little bit soft, you know, the children were looking at me, and you know, so I kind of let my behavior management slip, and that we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, it was all good. September, October time. And then I would say that in September, so I had the first 2 weeks kind of like a lot of junk modeling and doing writing and writing tasks and handwriting. That was all fun. And then maths and English crept in, and then bam, to me it felt like whew, you know, because then maths came in, English came in, topic came in, science came, you know, well, we did topic and science and it was all leading, and then it was maths, English, and it was like a full timetable. And then to me, I was like, whoop, whoop. It was a lot. And marking came into it, and all that came into it, and you're like, jeez, here we go. So I started to struggle a little bit, I'm not gonna lie to you, because on my PGC, I feel I had a great, easy PGC in comparison to other people. I kind of sailed through my PGCE. It wasn't easy, but it definitely wasn't as difficult as other people have been telling me that they were doing loads of things. So I guess that prepared them for when they went into the NQT. But me, I kind of had an easy ride. So when I got to my NQT, I was like, oh my goodness, here we go. I never planned English in my life. I never did a lot of things. So it was going there, and we got around to my last observation. I did well. I did pass that first observation clearly, but standards for me were starting to slip. I started to see, and with a new child integrated, that made things worse for me, because then that really exposed my inconsistency in school, in my classroom, really exposed it. So we then go into like January time, and we're working, we're still doing well, I'm not doing too bad, not too serious. And then it came to February. February was a very hard time for me. February was very hard. Very, very hard indeed. The deputy teacher, the head teacher, talked to me and said, well, at this point you're not where you need to be at this moment in time. We feel that, you know, that you let things slip, and right so, because I did see a huge change in my classroom. Things weren't working well. Rather than teaching, I was managing behavior rather than teaching, and then that would go for it was really tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was really tough. But I will say that the encouragement and support from my school staff and my head teacher and the deputy head teacher and all that, you have to have a school. It's so pivotal that you have, especially in your NQT time, especially in NQT, because you're really new. It is so vital to have a school and to have head teachers and senior management and all that really support you, that see the vision in you, that don't give up on you, because that really pushed me to where I am to this day, which I think I'm a good teacher now. Like I got a way to go, but you know, teaching is an involving career. You're never as best as you will always be better the more you go along. You may think, oh, I've hit this mark, I'm the best here, but then the next year you're even better, because the mistakes that you made that one, you won't make it again. You implement that and make you stronger. Does that make sense? I sat down and we had like a support plan in place for me, and I was working towards that. During that time I had a new mentor who was in my year, and she was excellent. The angel to my progression. I could not wish for a better mentor ever. She was absolutely amazing. I inspired to be that kind of mentor. For when in my career it's my time to mentor someone, that is who I'm going to be looking at, to be like someone who you can go to talk to about anything, you know, because I used to come in early and my mentor came in early as well, like even earlier than me. So we'd go in and we'll talk about the lessons and how it's going, and you know, those things. It was just, sorry, I'm back. I had to change cameras. I have no memory on that one. So back to me old camera, yay! So anyway, I forgot where I was. So I think I was saying that my mentor that I had was the most amazing mentor I've ever had. And I inspire to be that for when it's time in my teaching career to do so. So we used to work towards my targets and make new targets to implement. So I would have drop-ins, kind of quite a lot. To be fair, I got so used to them now, and I got so used to the drop-ins. I was like, yeah, number one. Where an adult, like the deputy head teacher or someone, would just randomly walk into my lesson and just sit there for 5 or 10 minutes or half my lesson, observe it, write a note, and then tell me about it after. So that really did help me a lot. And by the end, I had my last observation. And it was surprising. It was like, yeah, it was Friday, and I remember getting an email saying, yeah, your observation's on Monday. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, ah! But I had faith, because I worked so hard on behavior management, to the point I didn't really have to talk about behavior much at all. I could teach the transitions in maths mastery. All that was going really well for me because I had that support. Consistency is the key. Consistency is valuable. Consistency is precious. So I learned that being consistent with my behavior management, I had to, especially when I had children at times who weren't exactly staying within the classroom. You had to have that good behavior management within the class, so you could deal with a situation outside or deal with a situation that required you to leave the rest of the class for a bit. By the end, I had my observation phonics and English, and they said it was a really great lesson. I learned so much during my time, and for those of you that are going into year one as an NQT, enjoy it, but really be consistent. They're small children, yes, and I know they're small and they're little babies. You're like, oh my God. However, you really got to remain consistent on them, because they thrive off routine. And I kept changing my routine like all the time. The seating would change, behavior would change. I'm gonna do this now, I'm gonna not say this, I'm gonna do that. Poor little children, 5 and 6, they're just like, what? And clearly, because they don't know what's happening, they're not coming to something consistent. They just wild out, and it's true. And it's difficult sometimes. It is very difficult to get a class back to where you want it to be, or back to where it needs to be. And trust me, I worked hard on it. really hard, day in, day out. I had to strip everything back, strip it all back to its bare minimum and go from the beginning again. And I did it in a small amount of time. Never gonna do that again though, because I remain consistent. But I will say my NQT, amongst that little hard time I had, was the most amazing, fun experience I've ever had. How many times I've bust out laughing, you know, on my knees, laughing like tears. I can't imagine. The people I have around me, absolutely amazing. I've never met more supportive staff people in my life. They're great, funny. You can talk to them about anything. You can have banter. You know, banter all the time. It's like, you know, to the time when you walk into, like, let's say you had a lesson that was a bit mad, a bit crazy, and you walk into the classroom, and you and the teacher next door, you don't say anything to each other other than just look at each other and just walk. You know, the ones where you just look in and you just kind of laugh. You're just like, you know, they understand because we did the same lesson and we just kind of nod on and so on. But I have enjoyed my NQT. It's taught me to be very consistent. It's taught me that I'm a great teacher. It's taught me that I'm a role model to these children. It's taught me that I love teaching. And yeah, just enjoy it as much as possible. Yes, there's going to be hard times. It's life. Life is hard. You know, it's never easy. But you will enjoy it so much to walk in and see the children's faces, to smile at you, or even better, let's say you've had a bad day at home or you're just not feeling well and, oh wait, hold on, scratch that, hold on. When you're ill, these children don't know about you being ill. They will test you more. They make you want to run around and call your name all the time. You're just like, I'm sick. But I mean, when you are ill, your children, they do love you. They do take care of you. When I remember I didn't have a voice and I was like, children, I can't speak. And they was so silent for me. They was so beautiful for me. And they just love you overall. When they come in, they give you a hug. They want to see your face in the morning. Well, some of them do. They want to see your face in the morning, give you a hug. They say they give you cards out of nowhere, writing on paper, you and your face, and you know, say I love you, and you know I miss you, and oh, you're the best one is, oh, you're my favorite teacher ever. You know, you just get random gifts out of nowhere, and it's just beautiful to see, and it's really nice. And I've enjoyed it. I had the best TAs ever. Love my TAs, love support staff. I had a great time. Just loved it. Overall, loved it. Now I'm going into my second year knowing all the mistakes I did on my NQT and I got past it. If I can make mistakes and get past it, guys, you can make mistakes and get past it. Honestly, keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Let me see you do the right. Anyway, so just keep going. Have fun. Savor each moment, because those 10 months or that 10 months or however long went by so quickly, and I miss them. I miss my babies. They're going up to year 2 now. So I'm in my second year and I cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. So please do enjoy. But anyway, hope you like this video. A bit longer than usual. I did have to swap cameras, so I'm hoping the quality is not too bad. Like, comment, and subscribe. I think I am going to be implementing a new kind of series on this channel that will involve me having to make another video per week. But I'm not going to talk too much about it because it may not actually happen. I'm going to delve more into it. But I will, if it does, I will trial it, see what it does, see what it does. People like it, if they don't like it, and then I will scrap it or delete the video and it will never be seen again. But anyway, I'm back to my videos once a week at least. If my new series that I'm gonna do comes out properly, then it'll be twice a week. But just wait until then. Thank you for subscribing. I've had some new subscribers lately, which is really nice. You know, look at my email, someone else subscribed. I'm like, oh, jeez, I even posted. But I'm back. Can't get rid of me that easily. And anyway, for those of you that, well, all of us are going back to school now, especially in the UK or around. Have a great week, especially if you're NQT. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. The hardest months, I would say, is your first term. Your first term's always the hardest because you're new, you're fresh meat. Everything's new. The children don't even know who you are if you're an NQT, you know what I mean? So, it is going to be hard, trust me. But hold on tight, because after that it gets a lot more easier. You're just like, woo, well, I've done that before. But anyway, as I said before, like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for subscribing, watching, and if you do comment in on Primary Teacher with Dom, and I shall be back fresh next week for a brand new video. Until then, bye.